Welcome to a new episode of Prediction Markets Weekly. We will have a look at the most interesting markets that are currently given to us by Polymarket. First of all, thanks for everyone watching this video. This is a new series where we will take deeper looks into different markets. We will try to analyze certain topics to see if there is an edge and put some money where our mouth is. If you have any interesting markets where I should take a deeper look into it, please let me know in the comments so I can prepare it for the next weekly update. First of all, I think the most obvious one that will stay with us until December 10 is of course the Fed decision in December. So this market is quite interesting. What do I focus on is of course the high volume. So we have a quite liquid market here, which is important for certain strategies. Let's have a deeper look. We see kind of a shift in the participants' opinion here in this market, especially from November 12th, when we saw that the government shutdown ended, and afterwards we received the information that there will be no release of the October data, and of course market participants priced it in directly. Basically, up until end of October, the 20 BPS decrease was in favor with almost 90%, which was kind of a safe bet in my opinion as well, but we see the decrease over time, and now no change with 54% is definitely in favor for the market participants. In my opinion, of course, I think now there is kind of an opportunity to get into the 20 BPS decrease. Of course, everything that I say is my own opinion and is no financial advice at any point. Because if we take into account that Jerome Powell sees a weak labor market, of course, as well high inflation on the other hand, and we take into account that in the last FOMC meeting, Powell was saying that they are ready to put behind the inflation goal of 2% in favor of the labor market, I would say that 45% for the 25 BPS decrease is a total bargain here. So for me, the decision is clearly between no change with 53% and a 25 BPS decrease with 45%. I think the 50 plus BPS decrease will not resolve positive. So I think 2% is quite accurate here for those who want to gamble hard, and a 25 plus BPS increase is out of sight here. I'm quite sure that these two outcomes won't happen at all. So I would be interested in your opinion as well here. Like I said, I think a 25 BPS decrease is quite probable, and this is where I will open my position here on Polymarket. Another interesting one that I came across is Xi Jinping out before 2027. I'm quite sure that Xi Jinping won't step out until he dies. So this one is a bargain as well. In my opinion, no shares are currently at 89 cents. I think you can buy $1 here at 89 cents. It won't happen that Xi Jinping will be out of his office before 2027. I think this is something that is granted, that he will stay and remain as the leader of China here. Another interesting one is Time 2025 Person of the Year. Quite funny that it's artificial intelligence leading here with 39% probability, and followed by Pope Leo and Jensen Huang, I think with a probability of 14%. Jensen Huang could be an interesting take here, since he was the leading factor for the whole market. And I think it's mainly tied to the Nvidia stock as well. So if we see that Nvidia performs well until the end of the year and until this outcome will be resolved, we will see an increase of the probability for Jensen Huang becoming the Time 2025 Person of the Year. Last one for today is the US x Venezuela military engagement buy. I think here the market favors, of course, the March 31 with 53% probability. I think for the more risk-affine people, the December 31 could be an interesting take here with 39% probability. I think November 21 as you see, the chance with 2% is highly improbable. November 30 with 18% seems to be much riskier than the December 31. I think with a lead of 1 month, the 39% could be interesting here in my opinion, but I won't bet on this market since in this case, everything could happen anytime, and I don't want to stand there and holding the bag if something doesn't come out as predicted. To sum it up, the most interesting one, of course, Fed decision in December. Next week, we will take a look into this market again. But here, the 25 BPS decrease with 45% probability is the most interesting one where I am buying yes shares. If any major announcement comes, of course, the sentiment could change quite fast. And with next week's update, we will take a look as well in the January 28 Fed decision on poly market. Let me know what you think. Non-financial advice, of course.